Gravitas, co-presented by Skoda. Kushak, choose what really matters.
The Quad is essentially an alliance of democracies upholding common values. All four members have significant economic clout. They also have the world's most powerful militaries, and they have a common adversary in China. Well, despite all of these convergences, why has the Quad struggled to define its purpose? Our next report delves into the Quad's history to explain its present.
A union of democracies? A military pact? Or an anti-China alliance? The Quad is 17 years old now, but it still hasn't been able to answer the most basic question about its existence. What is the true purpose of the Quad? Since its inception, the Quad has maintained multiple identities. The grouping came together for the first time in 2004. The Boxing Day tsunami had taken a staggering 230,000 lives in a matter of hours. India, Australia, Japan and the United States decided to respond. For 9 days, their navies provided rapid and effective relief to the victims across the Indian Ocean. The group disbanded after the relief operations, but one man was keen on reuniting the Quad. Former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, he wanted the Quad to have a distinct security dimension. In 2006, he reached out to leaders from the United States, India and Australia. Efforts began to bring all four countries to the same table. Abe found willing partners in Dick Cheney, the then US Vice President, former Australian Prime Minister John Howard, and India's former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. These engagements led to the first meeting of the Quad in 2007. This was an informal affair. It happened on the sidelines of the ASEAN summit. The result of the dialogue was a military drill. All four Quad partners joined the Malabar Exercise in 2007. This is a yearly naval drill in the Indian Ocean, hosted by India. India, United States and Japan are permanent partners. But that year, the navies of Australia and Singapore joined the drills too. The Malabar Exercise of 2007 created intense speculation. Many believed the Quad would soon turn into an Asian NATO, a security alliance to contain China, but that threat quickly evaporated. The Quad collapsed. The members began distancing themselves from each other. Why did the alliance fall apart? There were two reasons. Number one, China's strong opposition against the grouping. And number two, the reluctance of Australia to commit to a security dialogue against China. The Quad remained dormant for years. Until now, the China threat has pushed the allies to come together again. All four Quad members now face a direct challenge from China, military and economically. Former US President Donald Trump revived the Quad in 2017. His successor, Joe Biden, assembled the Quad for the first time this year. They met for the first time in March for a virtual summit. It was the first ever formal engagement for the alliance. The Quad is no longer hiding in the shadows. They share intelligence. Joint military drills have resumed. Last year, Australia joined the Malabar Exercise again. And this week, the Quad announced they will supply more than 1 billion Wuhan virus vaccines to the world. But the alliance is yet to realize its true potential. The Quad has a combined economic power of $30 trillion. China's economy is valued at $16 trillion. The Quad can form the biggest military force in the world. Taken together, the Quad has well over 7 million military personnel in their armed forces. In comparison, China has just a little over 3 million troops. The Quad has many pathways to pursue. If it is serious about challenging China, the decision by Quad leaders to come together once again shows intent. All they need to do now is to define the purpose of their union. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.
Gravitas, co-presented by Skoda. Kushak, choose what really matters.